great useful element, especially for kids, depicting kids. Welcome back to Brick System Brothers. Nathan Masters here, and we're going to review 75957, the Night Bus. So 403 pieces. This retailed for close to $40 at Lego, and Walmart was selling this for $32. So I went ahead and picked it up. I was kind of waiting for it to go down to clearance, but our next wave of sets is coming in soon, so I'm not sure how much longer this was going to stick around. It's a pretty decent sized set. It is from our Harry Potter wave. The 2018 has kind of kicked that off, and that's continued through 2019 and this year 2020. So several new sets from the Harry Potter line, and some of them are just remakes of previous sets from the movie. So 2004 and 2011, I think, were both another year that we saw some Harry Potter waves, and the first Night Bus was released in 2004. So we've got 3 full-size ones now. This is the 3rd full-size Night Bus, and there was also a mini build. So the 4th edition of the Night Bus, if you want to count the mini build. These characters, I think Ernie and Harry Potter have both been included. No, wait, this is Stan, this is Ernie. I'm not sure. I think one of these two is new to this set, but the other one has kind of been a fixture throughout. So somewhat consistent there with who's actually included. But this classic 3-story design has always been a main feature. That's kind of what sets this bus apart in terms of movie vehicles. So very iconic and recognizable 3-story triple-decker bus prowling the London streets wherever it may appear. The model itself is pretty decent size. It would kind of fit pretty well with our standard 6-wide Speed Champions. So that was the standard for a while. Now Speed Champions is 8-wide. I think just because of its height, this set wouldn't necessarily appear out of scale next to an 8-wide like this one here. If these two are driving side by side on the road, I think your scale is still fine just because this is so tall and narrow. That's kind of the aesthetic here that Lego has designed, and that was shown in the original movie. Helps you really slip between traffic on those crowded streets. So the bus itself, I think in the movie originally had 3 independent floors. Those are somewhat represented here, but on the inside we only see the lower floor and an upper floor that are actually fully closed in, and then this middle one is more open. Maybe in the movie that was the case. I can't remember exactly everything that we saw there, but this top does come off, and more or less it's just kind of an extra at this point. You can access the top inside, but there's no seats. Most of the front is taken up by the mechanism that Lego used to get the slope at the front of the top of the bus. So kind of not exactly wasted room because it doesn't come with enough minifigs to seat up there, but not entirely a bus aesthetic design, I would say. The top floor is also home to the 6x14 dark purple plate, which has so far only been seen in this set. Some of the other elements that are somewhat exclusive would be these dark purple bricks. There's some 2x2 corners here that have only been in 1 or 2 or maybe 6 sets by now for that corner piece, but these purple windows, they're actually 3 studs long and 3 bricks high. So kind of a new size for our window. In the purple, it's only been in this set, and I think this element is still exclusive to the Harry Potter line because they've been used in tan now, but only so far in other Harry Potter sets. So pretty interesting window element. No, I'm mistaken. They've been in a creator set as well. Hopefully we can see these in modular buildings because it's a really interesting size of window. Yeah, as you can see here, here's the 1x4, and the window is just 1 stud shorter. So I think it really opens up the possibility of having different window sizes. Now you can have something that's 6 studs wide but only has 2 windows. So this 3x3 size I think is really handy. Best part is in this set you get 34 of these windows. The worst part is they're purple, so not exactly a great color for versatility just to be included in other modulars. But an interesting color scheme nonetheless, and I'm sure if you really wanted to work these into a modular, you could do so. Another one worthy of mention is the 1x2 slope piece, and this has only been in 2 sets so far, up to 2020. You say, hold on a second, this piece looks really old, haven't I seen that before? Well, you have, but you haven't seen the one with the post inside. You've seen the hollow one, and the hollow one is the one that's old and goes back to the 70s and 80s. This one with the reinforced post inside is new in clear, so kind of introducing that. Up in the front, we do have room for the driver. You can access him because his chair actually swings out like that. So pretty good design to access the driver, especially since we can't really get in from the side or the top. But in the movie, he's much farther up in the nose of the bus. It's not really possible here just because it's so narrow. It's only 3 studs wide there. So I can't really blame the designers for moving him back, but I think to get that realistically, we'd have to have a wider bus at 8 studs, and that would really add a lot more pieces and bump that price point up. The rest of the design is pretty accurate. This boarding post over here, this is all pretty much straight from the movie. You're going to get in at this back corner and kind of work your way up. There's even room in here for Lego to include the sliding bed that kind of moves back and forth when the bus hits the brakes, just slides up to the front. And you can also fit a minifig in there. It doesn't look super comfortable, but great play features nonetheless. The other 2 figures here, Stan Pike in a purple suit, just dashing. Great hat design as well, and he's got like this camera printed onto his torso. Torso printing on the reverse, but just a one-sided head. Is this hat dual molded? I think it's just a purple molded hat with some printing on there. But 3 colors on the hat, that's pretty good design. Brand new exclusive face print element for Stan. Harry Potter is included in this set, and best of all, he has the new midi legs. So mini legs are short, but they're fixed in place. Regular legs are standard 1978 minifigure design, been around forever. The ones halfway in between have come to be known as MIDI, M-I-D-I, kind of standing for that MIDI scale, as we've seen some other sets produced in that scale. But great, useful element, especially for kids, depicting kids. They can still sit down because there are 2 anti-studs molded into the lower feet. But there is a little bit of a problem, especially when you're seating them in chairs. They're just kind of too far forward, so you really have to lean them back to get any resemblance of being comfortable. I'm not sure. It's just a result of the design, but something that can't be really reconciled at this point. In any case, I think that's outweighed by the fact that we have a new Lego leg element. This has only been around for a couple years now, so I really like to see this be used more than just collectible minifigures and the odd Harry Potter set here and there. So hopefully we can get this into some more themes. Overall, Night Bus from 2019, great Lego set, especially for 32 bucks at Walmart. I think 1 or 2 things that could have been changed would be the rims. Instead of a purple stud, just make the rims actually purple. That's a little bit more realistic. And possibly changing the design of the top floor of the bus here, especially in the front. It just looks a little bit angular. I'm not sure. I don't have a suggestion of how to make it better, but the original Night Bus designs used your classic 2x6 windshield to get that effect, and I almost want to say that would have been a better solution here. Maybe printed to get that purple frame, but yeah, just curious how that would have looked if Lego had gone that route. The rest of the shaping is pretty much spot on, especially up in the front. Lego has paid really close attention to how that looked in the movie and recreated that pretty well. The only thing negative here being that the driver is not farther up into the nose as seen in the official depiction. So one drawback there just because of our size constraints. You know, if we got an 8 wide Night Bus, that would be really interesting to see. Unfortunately, I don't think Lego's going to go that route, so we'll have to see if anyone wants to do a mock of that. Alright, that's it for now. Review of the night bus. We'll see you guys next time on Brick System Brothers.